sure. I teach English as a second language to immigrants. That's my job. Thank you. You don't have to clap too much. I do get paid for it. But it's a really fun job. My students are adults and they come from all over the world, and I learn a lot from them. One thing that I learned from them is that roasting your teacher is universal. So for my birthday, my students gave me a bag with just different types of sunscreen. I was like, message received. Also, incredible gift. Need every drop of this, for sure. We were reading something one time and it said tomboy, and I was like, do you guys know what a tomboy is? I'm kind of a tomboy, and very confidently my student goes, oh yes, teacher, like dyke. I was like, that's kind of the rectangle square thing, but that's really good English. You're using slurs, that is advanced. You're gonna do great in this country. They're the best. One of the classes I teach prepares them to take the U.S. citizenship test. Has anybody here taken it? Do you think you would pass?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you wouldn't. It's really hard. Do you want to see how you would do? Anybody want to play? Would you pass the U.S. citizenship test? Okay. So, what year was the Constitution written? 1774, that's before the Declaration of Independence even. Okay, so wrong. Okay, we got the right century though. Sometimes people start saying 18 and I'm like, oh god. Okay, 1787 Constitution. How many amendments are there in the Constitution? That was really close, but you're still wrong to word it. Sorry. That's alright, I don't make the rules. It's 27. Okay, let's see. Okay, who are the first 6 presidents? Let's do it together. Number 1. Washington, we got it. You guys are doing so good. Number 2. John Adams. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you even though you said the wrong one first. We're really struggling in this room. So okay, 2 Adams, 3. Jefferson, 4. Madison, 5.
The other Adams?
Yeah, Quincy Adams. Quincy Adams. Okay, I was just trying to trick you. Okay, and 6. Anybody? 6? Honestly, not one of the more popular ones. That was very obscure. You know, that's good. Okay, Monroe. Okay, we're failing so badly. Who was the 16th president?
Lincoln!
Yes. Okay, Lincoln. She was on black.
I should know that one.
You gotta know that one. Okay, 34th president. Still not Taft. Taft is not on the test. I'm really sorry, guys. Taft isn't on the test. 30 Eisenhower. Okay, you're making a comeback. Anyway, okay, the point is the test is really hard. Okay, it's all like history, civics, government, and that's what we learn about in class. So one day we were studying the civil rights movement, and my student asked me who killed Martin Luther King, and I was like, oh, the CIA. And my student was like, teacher, what? I thought it was just some random guy. I was like, well, first of all, it's never just some random guy, okay? But let me do a little fact check. I look it up, I'm like, so, actually it was the FBI. But at your citizenship interview, do not say that. It's the truth. Does anybody have a favorite presidential assassination?
Attempt?
I know, we're all waiting for it, right? Okay, what's your favorite attempt? There's been good attempts, though. What, do you have a favorite attempt?
Come on.
I know, are we talking staged or real? Oh my god, this is too much. I can't. Okay, does anyone have okay, there's been 4 assassinations, 4 presidential assassinations. Does anybody have a fave? All equally? We love them all.
They're all great.
Anybody, nobody has a favorite?
Lincoln.
Lincoln? Okay, why?
I like the theater set.
Yeah, theater, I knew he was gonna say that. Theater. I knew that he was gonna say that. Yeah, theater people like Lincoln, car guys like JFK. Okay, there's something for everybody. My favorite is McKinley.
Woo!
Yeah, right? McKinley was killed by an anarchist, which is sick, right? Okay, actually, the guy who killed McKinley was trying to impress Emma Goldman, the famous anarchist activist, which means that more than once a president was shot by a guy that was trying to impress a girl. So I was like, love bombing, okay. Are you kidding? You guys gotta step it up. But yeah, so McKinley was killed by an anarchist. I'm an anarchist. Anarchists used to be really cool, right? They used to, assassinate presidents. What does it mean now? What does it mean to be an anarchist in 2026? I volunteer a lot. That's what we do now. So I do volunteer a lot. I am married. I know it's stupid to get married, but yeah, I gave him my health insurance. Anyway, whatever, I'm married. So my husband and I, we were trying to do like a role play situation, and it was supposed to be like a doctor nurse, and then somehow by the end, he had flipped the script, and I was a patient who was insane and thought I was a nurse. And he was on the board of directors of the hospital.
Your husband's a keeper.
I was like, okay, now do we have to bring in a third to be HR? Because this is like a whole fucked up situation. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I can't. We used to live in New York, and our next door neighbors in our apartment left us a note one time asking us to play music when we had sex. And I was like, I don't think you're gonna like Nine Inch Nails either. I don't know how we're gonna resolve this problem, buddy. Yeah, he's the best. He looks gay. He's gay. When we first met, I was trying to figure out if he was gay or not, so I subscribed to his OnlyFans, and let me tell you, that did not help. Raised more questions than answers, honestly. But yeah, he wears crop tops. That's part of it. We were walking on the street. He was wearing a crop top. This guy saw him. He goes, "Man, take that little ass shirt off." I was like, "Okay, your tone was homophobic, but your request." I was like, "Are you about to punch him in the face to be like, hey, take those little ass shorts off, daddy, likey? Are we doing a sex crime or a hate crime? Please explain what's going on." When we got married, I didn't have a bachelorette. Have any of you guys been to a bachelorette party? Yeah, they're fine. If you haven't been to one, this is how they work. You get added to an enormous group chat with strangers, and then one of the strangers sends you a schedule. Confirm? Yeah, that's how they work. So I got invited to my friends. I got added to the group chat. I received the schedule. One of the nights it said lingerie fashion show. I was like, okay, this I can get into. So we're away for the weekend. The night of the fashion show comes around. I walk out full BDSM. Everybody else walks out, normal clothes. Not even lingerie. They were like, Breck, what are you doing? You were supposed to bring a gift of lingerie for the bride. And then she was gonna do the fashion show. And I was like, okay, but that is way weirder than what I'm doing. Right? That's insane. Nobody wants to deal with that. That's too crazy. I can't. My husband, the first time, sorry, I'm losing my jacket. The first time that I said I love you to my husband when we were dating, he looked at me and he goes, I know that was really hard for you. He goes, I've almost said it many times, but I didn't want you to kill yourself. I was like, you're the one, Thank you for waiting. You knew that you had to. It's crazy. I got married. I always thought that if I did ever get married, that I wanted to be a dentist's second wife. That was my plan. It just seemed good. Like swoop in when the practice is established. Hook myself up to the nitrous tank. I'm good to go. And I remember telling my mom about this plan one time, and she was like, "Well, Breck, be careful because dentists have a really high suicide rate." And I was like, this plan just keeps getting more perfect. Actually, for sure, this is the plan now. I'm doing this. I was watching a cooking show the other day. How do we feel about Guy Fieri? Are we pro or anti? We're on the fence.
guy's the president of Flavortown. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, we want him to be cool, right? We do. We want him to be, but he kind of got in trouble recently because he hugged Andrew Tate at an MMA fight. Did we see this? He was kind of getting canceled. People were really disappointed in him. I get it though, because we all just like project what we want celebrities to be onto them, you know? So we just like want him to have good politics despite being a ruthless capitalist with frosted tips. We're like, he's one of us, we love him, you know? We gave him way too much credit for going to Rage Against the Machine. Do you remember that? He was like in the pit at a Rage Against the Machine show, like singing along to everything with a cigar, and everyone was like, he's so awesome. But that's so Gen X. Like, Gen X, I can't. That's so Gen X. They're like, they love System of a Down and Israel. I'm like, I don't, what is wrong with you people? Like, I can't handle you guys. You're the one cool one. He's the one cool one. No, I'm sorry about, listen, it's bad. They're bad. I can't. The Gen X is like, most of the good ones died of heroin, and then the ones that are left, like, didn't die. They either didn't try heroin, or they did it and then got sober from heroin. So they're Christian. You know? It's brutal. Did you see that Pete Hegseth quoted a fake Bible verse that was from Pulp Fiction? That's so great. I love that. It just reminded me like how important it is for there to be quotable movies for men. You know, like really we've just nosedived as a society since we stopped having these quotable movies for men. Do you remember when we had Anchorman? Oh my god, guys would just spend hours quoting that movie at each other. It was incredible. And we don't have that anymore. So then they have to like say their thoughts. It's bad, okay? Now they're all Nazis. I can't. It's crazy. Clavicular, whoever, I saw him, I found out about him, I was like, he should be like an apolitical nightlife figure, but we don't have those anymore, so he's on 60 Minutes. I can't, what are we doing? I can't deal with anything. I can't deal with anything. I hate technology. I told you I'm a teacher. I have to use printers all the time. Do you guys have to use printers? In your lives? If you haven't used a printer in a while, here's the update. No updates. Actually, the technology has never improved. It's actually, I think it's gotten worse over time, which is so crazy. I'm like, can we get one of the guys working on hyper-realistic AI sex dolls on printers? Please, do they all have to be doing that? Or could one of them give me like 2 hours? My printer could change my life. No, if they got involved, you would just be able to fuck printers. That would be the update on printers. We ask them to help us. I hate technology. I get those like spam texts all day. Do you guys get those? I got one the other day that said, hey, do you want to come over tonight for Chinese food? I was like, you're getting really close to getting me, okay? Offering me Chinese food? Oh my god, Asian food, love it. I just love salt is the reality. I always order edamame at restaurants. It's so crazy. You're just like scraping hard beans out of a hairy pod. You end up eating the hair. It's like, who fucking cares? There's so much salt on this shit. Like, so good. Yeah, I hate technology. I'm still the one in my family that has to help everybody with their tech though. My mom's like 2 inches away from her Alexa screaming, Siri, listen to me! I'm like, I can't. My uncle got a new phone, he asked me to help him transfer his apps onto it. So when I did it, I opened the Facebook Messenger app. Ooh, like 40, 50 conversations with obvious bots. Beautiful women, like, chat with me. And to every single one, he had just responded, get butt naked. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and download some different apps for you, buddy. Grindr, I don't know. I can't tell with him, because, like, he's a redneck, and redneck stuff and gay stuff has the same names, you know? So he's like, I'm taking my Ram Power Wagon down to Big Buck's Little Piggy Squeal Fest. I'm like, do you need poppers for this? And he's like, me and the boys are going to see a band. They're called Uncle Slim Jim and the Lubed Up Pork Loins. I'm like, I'm just gonna give you these poppers. Have fun, buddy. You're the best. You're the best. Okay, I don't know if this happens to you guys. Maybe it's just because everyone that I'm friends with online is a communist, like, eho, but, does everybody think that they're shadow banned? Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Shadow banned, when people think that, like, they're being suppressed by the algorithm for, like, getting in trouble somehow. Okay, everyone that I know thinks that they're shadow banned, so all their posts are always like, comment if you can see this, I'm shadow banned, like, please send this if you see it, I'm shadow banned, and all I can hear in my head is, I'm shadow banned. No one can see my art. The people need to see my art, but I'm shadow banned. I'm like, I don't know, that's just what goes on in my head. It's fine. I like the term shadow band a lot. It like sounds like what a Scandinavian metal band would name themselves because they like don't know English quite well enough. Can't you just see this guy like, I am Bjorn Rasmussen via shadow band? That's good. That's good stuff. I used to work in an office. Has anybody here worked in an office before?
Yeah.
We gotta stop doing that as a society. Shouldn't we just like agree? It's working in an office is crazy because the stereotype is that it's like corporate and sterile, and the reality is that people say crazy shit to you all the time, right? Like it's nuts. I'm just like trying to get a cup of coffee, and our executive head of sales is like telling me about how her boyfriend, who's Greek and going through a divorce, can't get hard, and I'm like, I shouldn't even know that you have a boyfriend, okay? Certainly not that he's Greek, okay? I can't, this is way too much detail for me, like, I hate it. Okay, my best friend is a really good-looking cis gay guy, and at this office, everybody wanted us to be dating, like, so badly, and they were always like, you guys look so good together, and I was like, he's gay, like, we've been over this. You know, and they were like, yeah, but sexuality is a spectrum. I was like, you're on a spectrum. He's gay. Like, he's a gay man. Like, we've talked about this many times. And then one of our sales guys, he goes, well, have you tried seducing him? I was like, I sure have not. And he goes, have you tried cupping his balls? I was like, have you tried shutting the fuck up, Greg? Are you kidding me? What is happening right now? You're sexually harassing me, telling me to sexually assault my best friend to turn him straight so that we can date each other? That's actually what conversion therapy is. They just cup your balls and you're on your way. It's a very simple process. Very simple process. I can't. When I worked in an office, I was an event planner, which is a fine job. It always makes those like top 10 most stressful job lists, which is crazy because it's with like surgeon and ambulance driver. I'm like, I'm sorry, how did party planner get on this list? But at that job, my boss was super homophobic, but also super flamboyant, classic combo. And he would always say homophobic stuff to me to get a rise out of me because he loved fighting, really bitchy. And like, so seriously. And he was from India, and this one day he came over to my desk. I'm just warning you for this bit, I'm gonna do his accent. So I warned you. He came over to my desk. He goes, well, I really believe like homosexuality is not natural. I don't know what you thought I was gonna do, but a lot of Indian people have British accents. He goes, I really believe the only reason anyone is gay is because they were molested by their servants as children. I was like, that was specific. Anything else you want to get off your chest today, buddy? I'm listening. This could be important for you, you know? He was awesome. He would fuck up idioms all the time, too. This one day, he came storming out of his office, and what he meant to say, I assume, is they just shipped me a new one. What he actually said was, well, I just got my whole asshole ripped wide open. I was like, and you loved it. Yes? Best day of your life. Best day of your life. Did you see the this news article? This guy, he was getting a prostate exam, and he came during his prostate exam, and then he went back to the doctor's office and shot the doctor. Yes, doctor lived, but can you imagine being so ungrateful? Should have turned around and started sucking his doctor's dick, or at least cupped his balls. Okay, I've been